Good morning. I have made it out of the house. There's always a job to do, isn't there? And you just delay and delay and look at the time because I've got a week's leave, so I want to make the most of it. And I am going away on a little trip later on in the week. But I was just driving around and I just had this thought, and I'm really conscious about time. So as I head into, well, I will not call it retirement because I will never retire. I will always be doing something. I just can't stop. So I'll always be selling something or working somewhere or doing some sort of job. I think it really keeps your mind active. It keeps you up to date with technology. It keeps you meeting people, and it keeps pushing your boundaries and being out of your comfort zone. So I don't think you should ever stop learning. I don't think you should ever stop working, whether it's working at a hobby or working somewhere or working for yourself. I just think it's really important. I don't think people should just retire and stop, but I do think it's time to do something that you love and really enjoy. So it got me thinking a little bit about time this morning. And when I'm driving around and everybody's rush, 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 and I'm always rush, 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 and people don't let you into the traffic. When you come to like a really bad junction, people won't let you go, and people just don't have, do they, 2 seconds to let you out or to let you go first or any of that. It just like depresses me. I don't know about you, but when I'm on calls in work, I'll tell you something that really bugs me when we're on Teams calls. And you must tell me if this bugs you too. We got into this habit, didn't we? Well, I didn't, of everybody saying, oh, I'll give you some time back. We finished early. Let me give you some time back. What is that about? You're not giving me time. You're not God. Don't say you're giving me time back. You're finishing the meeting early so that we can have a comfort break, so that we can grab a snack before the next one. You're not giving me time back. I'm going to like combust if people keep saying that. One person started saying it, now everybody says it. And we're a few years into this whole Teams business now, and it drives me insane. And I start doing the eye rolling and things like that, and my camera's off. I'm gone. Bye. I'm running down to get a coffee or running down to let the dogs out. So that's my thought on that. But I'm thinking, what to do with my retirement. Quite a few months ago, I went for an interview with Marks and Spencer's before Christmas. Would it be September time? And I thought, oh, I'll just get a part-time job at Marks and Spencer's at the weekend. And I did apply years and years ago, literally a long time ago, and when I was in probably my 20s or something, and I didn't get the job then. And what I found out was that Marks and Spencer's like you to be dedicated to them and not have another job. So I sort of forgot this, and I thought, oh, I'll get a little job at Marks and Spencer's, and then when I leave work, I'll work there weekends or holiday periods, whatever they need, just to get myself some pin money, to keep me engaged in something, to keep me meeting people, to keep pushing my boundaries, all of those sort of things. And I got an interview. I was so excited. Part-time job in M&S. I thought, this is perfect, just what I need. I wasn't really bothered about the money. It was important, but I was really excited about discounted food, discounted shopping. I thought, this is just perfect for me. It'll fit in with my lifestyle. I'll tell them when I'm available and when I'm not available. And literally, there's no employer that wants you dictating to them. But I thought, well, I'll give it a go. It'll be really pleasant, and I'll really come across as confident and an asset to Marks and Spencer's. And I had the interview and said that I was working and that I was looking to retire, and I wanted a seasonal job and then hopefully come to work there part-time. And I thought it went well. but it clearly didn't, and I never heard from them. If you don't hear from them, you can't apply for 6 months. No, I've got that wrong. If they tell you no, you can't apply for 6 months, but I didn't hear from them, so I thought, well, I can apply anytime I wanted. But I did learn quite a few things at the interview that I would probably do differently next time. They ask you certain questions, and quite honestly, if you don't want the answer to the question, don't ask it. I think she was a little bit offended, the manageress, by some of the things I picked up in the store that I thought could be improved. Let's put it that way. So, yes, it went well-ish, I thought, but clearly not on their part. So, one thing I did learn, you don't get the discounts when you're seasonal or part-time. Not part-time, when you're seasonal. So that was a bit of a disappointment anyway. But I thought, you know what, if I want to go back, I'll try again. But given I've got my motorhome now, I don't have that availability, and I do want to go out and about. I don't want to be working probably for a corporate business when I leave, because I've done 40 odd years in the same job as it is, so I do need to break free, I think. But I will carry on doing bits and bobs, whether it's buying antiques and selling them, getting a booth and selling them in there, selling my clothes on Vinted. There will be something. I will always be a buyer and seller, because that's sort of in my blood, if you like. I can't resist making a fast buck on something. And I always think, well, that's sort of I don't know, a cup of coffee here and a cup of coffee there, or that pays for overnight stay somewhere, whatever it is. But then your house is just full of stuff, isn't it, really? And I've got to stop buying to sell. I think that's the aim. And just have a streamlined, uncluttered home and an uncluttered lifestyle. And that'll give me time back as well, which is the whole gist of what I'm talking about, is time. So I don't know how you feel about time. Time just goes so quickly. I'm getting my mum some flowers. She's not been very well. She's said she's very tired, and that's completely not like her. So she's 20 years older than me, and I look at her and, you know, I want to make the most of the time I've got. We had that lovely little trip to Chatsworth. If you've not caught up with that, have a look. And I really enjoyed that with my mum, and I'm quite worried that she is tired. She said she got dressed and she doesn't want to go anywhere, so get her some flowers. I've baked her some banana chip loaf, so she'll enjoy that. But she's got Netflix on, and she loves watching the TV. She loves doing her jigsaw. She loves reading. She's got more and more of a homebody, actually. So I'll go and see how she is. And I have bought a couple of things at the auction. So I bought this table, which I don't need, and it's a drop leaf oak table. And it was a table that nobody wanted, and I bought it. I have no idea why. And I also bought a picture which I liked. I've not even seen these things before, so I just did a bit of online buying and I bought them, so I'm going to collect those today. I've just taken some ladders back to Sainsbury's. She wasn't very happy in Argos because I brought them back, but I want to decorate my conservatory, and I need ladders with a platform really, so I can get high and do it myself, because it's only going to be a couple of rolls, so I want to finish that off. So I am very busy. When I retire, as it were, I will be busy rushing here and there still, but rushing here and there without a timetable and at my pace. And if I don't feel like it, I won't do it. It's as simple as that. I can't tell you how good it is to know that I'm not going back to work till July, and I've got this time for myself. I might even paint my nails, who knows, and just pamper myself a little bit. I think that'll be good. And I'm always conscious I've got to do more with my dogs, so, you know, they need a bit of maintenance as well. I keep getting reminders from the vets that it's time for treatments, and I need to schedule those in, jabs and things. So yeah, it'll be good. I hope that you're having a good day. Let me know what you think. Tell me what you're up to. If you can, like, subscribe. I'm really pushing myself out of my comfort zone in the middle of a busy Aldi car park today, so I could do with your support. And I'll see you very soon. Have a good week, everyone. Bye.